week where we learn at play. My name is Towanyolu Debi. Welcome to our world. The program will continue after this break.
My name is OZB, aka Ozzy Bosco Wonder Kid, the best kid entertainer in Africa. Watch our world every week on the station.
Are you wondering why I'm home alone today? Well, Esther, Jane and Deji have gone back to school and Davina is also busy with other issues. Not to worry, we will still have an interesting time. Our friend OZB has this musical video titled Superstar. Enjoy.
I know I can be superstar, great superstar, superstar. I know I can be superstar, great superstar, superstar. Anywhere, anywhere, come on, anywhere, anywhere, oh yeah, anywhere, 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 come on, anywhere, anywhere, oh yeah, anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. Hear myself on the radio, see myself on the video. Hear myself on the radio, see myself on the video. Fly so high like Superman, I fly so high like Spider-Man.
With mustard on the train, we run this game. With the Bosco Lamborghini, we make it rain. Yes.
Ozzy Bosco is a superstar. Ozzy Bosco is the one that keeps fly so high like Superman. I'm the youngest African superstar.
Hey.
Yes, indeed, there is talent in all of us. Thanks, OZB, for that. Well, friends, have you become sick after eating, touching, or breathing something? That is allergy. What is allergy? Dr. Charles Okoli tells us, but first, this background feature.
When the body overreacts simply because a foreign object is introduced and your immune system thinks your body is under attack, we call it allergy. Types of allergy include food allergies, seasonal allergies, pets allergies, skin allergies, and the like. Other examples of foreign objects that gives birth to allergy are flower pollen, dust, powders, chemical sprays, just to mention a few. Allergic response to foreign objects include red eyes, itching rash, shortness of breath, and facial swelling. Management of allergy usually involves avoiding what triggers the allergy. Also, the use of medication to improve the symptoms usually requires expert advice from doctors. Vital Care will consider the salient points of allergy.
You're welcome to this segment, Dr. Charles Okoli. My name is Davina Okoko. Doctor, what is allergy?
Thank you so much, Davina. The allergy is simply when the body responds to certain stimuli, that is, when something challenges the body, or when the body gets in contact with anything, and then a certain part of the whole body, certain part of the body or the whole body starts to react in such a way as to give some, put the person in a difficult situation, and then maybe change the person's reaction to certain things. So those things. Maybe the person starts to encounter itching, pains, certain discharges, and all those things. Difficulty in breathing, and the person finds it difficult to actually go about the normal day-to-day activity. That's what allergy is. Allergy simply is when there is a response by the body to a certain, what we call stimulus, that is a certain change that or certain things that the body does not really like. And put it that way for children. The body doesn't really like, and then the person starts to itch, to cough, to sneeze, to release tears and all those things. That's what allergy is all about.
Thank you, sir. Sir, at what age does allergy occur?
You know, allergy doesn't really have any age limitations. You can occur at any age, both in a newborn child, a child that's born today, and in the old person. So it really doesn't have any age. It just depends on the person's body, how the body responds to this thing. You know, that's just so. Any age can be affected by allergy. It has no age limits or age differentiation.
Okay. Sir, is allergy hereditary?
Allergy may or may not be hereditary. May or may not be depending on the type of allergy. I'll tell you what I mean. Let's assume that you're constantly exposed to, this fungal infections. Over time, your body starts to develop a stimulus and overstimulus against it just because of repetitive contact. There are people that are not born to have something like asthma, it's a form of allergy. But when they are constantly exposed to certain things because of environmental factors, they start to develop allergies to those things because the body, releases some chemicals to fight against those specific stimulating agents. And so when they are constantly being exposed to those things, they start overreacting to those things. That is not hereditary yet, but some are also hereditary. You can have hereditary asthmatic attacks. Those ones are actually, you see them in certain families. When the father or the uncle or the brother or something has it, you tend to see it in another person along down the generations. So that is, so it can either be hereditary and it can also be acquired. That is gotten from the environment. So certain things that children do can also lead them to start having allergic attacks. Yeah, when you're constantly exposed to oil, when your mom is frying something in the kitchen and you're constantly exposed to those things, over time you start developing sneezing and itching from those things. Initially you didn't have that, but as time goes on, you started to have all those assignments himself, having all those things. So that's how allergies develop. When your body is repetitively exposed to those things, even if you don't have it running in family line, you can see the blood symptom. I've seen cases where people that were born without asthmatic attacks and there's no family history of asthma, meaning it's not hereditary, it's not inborn with them to have asthmatic asthma. But over the years, they started developing asthma. Even the kinds of foods that we eat, like people that are exposed to lots of dairy foods like milk, milk and all these milk products. When you're constantly exposed to it over years, because of the components, the content of those milk and dairy products, you may start overreacting to those products or those components. Because like I told you, allergy is just overreaction to a certain stimulus by the body. Just what it is.
So how can we prevent allergy?
Yes. Allergy, before you can start talking about preventing allergy, you have to know how allergy occurs. How does it occur? When you know how it occurs, just avoid those that cause it and then you have it. Simply, eating more natural foods. Like I've told you about dairy foods. Dairy foods actually contain a lot of what we call proteins, or form of proteins. Preventing allergy is simply to avoid things that cause it. If you know, first of all, you find out what causes your allergy. Just avoid those things.
So what is your advice to parents and children?
Yes, children on allergy and the parents, they should take their children to the hospital anytime they have allergies. But before then, they should prevent their children from coming in contact with anything that causes allergy to them. And when the allergy does arise, they should take the child to the hospital. That's simple as let the doctor do the rest. That's all.
Thank you, sir, for taking time out of a busy schedule to receive me and asking you all these questions. It's been an interesting time chatting with Dr. Charles Okoli. Now you know, parents and friends, what allergy is all about and how to prevent it. Back to Towani.
You are advised to avoid all kinds of things or food that makes you sick. Time to conclude the visit to the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, represented by the Permanent Secretary.
Ma, what are you doing to compel erring states to domesticate child rights acts?
Yes, we have continued to sensitize them and to make them, because actually I think my personal opinion is that some of them don't understand it it's misunderstood and misinterpreted, wrongly interpreted. So we are continuing to sensitize them and to provide details in the gray areas so that they understand it better and know that it is not encouraging children to grow wild as is perceived by some of the societies, some of the communities, but to ensure that the children develop normally and are protected in our societies. We'll continue to sensitize them and then provide everything, do as much as we can to ensure that they domesticate it. But there's an improvement anyway in that regard. A lot of states are considering adopting it. And then we also have to work in collaboration with the legislative arm to ensure that it is enforced at some point. Because since it's an act, Nigeria has 3 tiers of government. So we have to ensure that all the tiers of government adopt them. Do you know how many tiers of government Nigeria has? Yes. How many? 3. Can you name them? Yes? Very good. I'm impressed.
Ma, how can your ministry help children from poor homes go to school?
We have done that in several ways. Hitherto, when we had a lot of funds, we did support some very, very highly indigent children. But in recent times, we do advocate for support from relevant stakeholders and partners. And then we also sensitize, willing people, willing philanthropists to support them and encourage them to also go to schools that, most schools don't pay fees anyway. It's just that some of these children are not, because primary education is free. Though that free, you still have to spend some money to go to be part of it. Where we can, we do encourage them or advocate on their behalf to get support. And I know various levels of government have been providing support to ensure that every child at least has access to primary education.
Ma, what are the responsibilities of children under the Act?
Yes. The responsibility of children under the Act is 1. It's not stated there, but 1, you must be fully aware of everything that's in that Act. You must be very versatile with the Act. It's not stated there, but you must know that you have to be obedient, you have to be good citizens of this country, you must be respectful, you don't tell lies, you must ensure you go to school and do what you're supposed to do in school to become good citizens of Nigeria. And then where the adults fail in implementing what's in the Act, it is your right to draw their attention to it. But like I stated, nicely, politely, and respectfully. Yes. And then you should help your parents, you should help the adults, and you should behave well. Grow up as good children.
Ma, is corporal punishment child abuse?
I would say yes. Because, corporal punishment, do you know what corporal punishment is? Corporal punishment is any form of punishment you give somebody with force. And I'm not sure any of you would like that. If I come and hit you with something, However, adults and parents must ensure children are disciplined, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in that form. Is that okay? So if anybody hits you and hits you hard, please also report to the nearest adult or to us. But that doesn't mean you should be misbehaving and say that, oh no, they can't hit you, because you can hit a child, you can slap a child and damage some of the organs there, You can flog and inflict wounds. But But that doesn't mean, I mean, a little spanking will hurt. Daniel? So don't get naughty so that mommy or daddy or guardian doesn't spank you.
Ma, please, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies include reading, writing. I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing, creative writing. I enjoy reading. I read a lot. I enjoy listening to music, traveling. I've traveled to virtually everywhere in the world. And in Nigeria, I've been to everywhere in this country. Every state, every local government. And I enjoy spending time with family and participating in community development projects. Also helping the less privileged and vulnerable in our society.
Ma, do you still have time to cook for your family?
Oh, sure. Let me tell you a secret. My husband won't eat food cooked by any other person except me. So I cook and I have to cook. And then I try to balance work and official work and domestic work. Yes, I still do. And anyway, I enjoy cooking, so.
Ma, what is your favorite food and music?
Okay, let me ask you, what is your own favorite food and music? Your own. With your hairstyle, I can imagine the favorite music. What's your favorite music? Huh? It's rock and roll. Wow, that's good. Uncle and Auntie should play some music for us to dance so before you leave. Eh? And then, okay. I'll be very honest with you. I won't say I have any particular type of music that I'll call favorite to me. It depends on my state of mind and mood. But more recently, I seem to like gospel music a lot. You know? And for my food, I like our traditional food. Any Nigerian traditional food I like. So I would say this is the one I prefer most. I eat everything. Yes. You don't eat everything? Oh no. Children, you should learn to eat every food. Alright? Especially if it's traditional. Learn to eat unhealthy. Most of our Nigerian foods are very healthy. I know you have to eat balanced diet to grow up and grow healthy. So please, don't be picky about food. Eat the right food. I'm not saying meat pie and biscuits.
Ma, what advice do you have for parents and children?
I will tell, the advice I'll give to parents as well as the children is to get very well acquainted with the Child's Rights Act, which include the following: the right to life survival and development, the right to have a name registration of birth, the right to dignity and respect, right to privacy, family life, personal care, protection and maintenance, free and compulsory primary education, leisure and recreation, freedom of expression, protection from all forms of abuse, exploitation, you know, and of course these include so many, ranging from sexual abuse to physical, psychological, name it, you know, and to protect children from being exposed to things that will cause such abuse to them. I also advise parents to raise children in such a way that, you know, I mean, the scriptures state that if you raise a child in the right way, you know, that child will not depart from it. I'm not saying they should use corporal punishment or hit the children, because they also constitute the various forms of abuse. But to raise these children in such a way that they contribute positively towards the development of our country, Nigeria, and to the society in general. And then for children, you all know, if you are well acquainted with the document, that you have to support your parents, you have to be obedient, you have to help them, you have to be good to your fellow children and citizens of Nigeria, you have to study, and you have to keep away from trouble, of which one of them, you're too young now, but there are societies where children your age get involved in naughty things adults do. Please keep away from all those things. No matter how enticing it might be, an adult might want to lure you into doing it, please say no. And this includes drug abuse. Don't take any medicine that's not prescribed by a medical practitioner. Even when an adult or a parent says you take it, ask them politely and nicely if those medicines have been recommended. And then if an adult tries to lure you to go to places you are not sure of, say no. Regardless of whether it is an uncle or even an auntie, please say no. Always look for an adult to confide in and be bold enough to say no, but not in a disrespectful manner. Is that all right? And please keep away from bad things and things adults do. Everything has a time.
Thank you, Ma, for finding time to receive us. You have enlightened us on Child Rights Act.
Thank you. It's a pleasure spending time with you, interacting with you. I've learned so much from you, and I hope you too have learned from me. And thank you for coming. I look forward to having you come over again.
The program is still our world after this break.
We will bring you the visit to an interesting daddy, a senior advocate of the masses. Be sure not to miss it. Well, friends, how clever or smart are you? Let's find out on the Mega World Game Show.
Welcome to yet again another edition of the Megawatt TV Game Show. My name is Saleh Hayatu. You're welcome. Okay, so Joshua, I will start with you. Which question do you want to answer?
Question number 2.
Question number 2. The option is a 4-letter word for a domestic animal, which has letter A and letter T at the end of its name.
The first letter is G and the second letter is O. Goat.
So which animal is that?
Goat.
You have a goat in your house?
No.
5 points to that answer. Your clue is a 3-letter word for a food rich in carbohydrates and a particular month in a calendar year whose name contains letters Y and M.
A.
So what food is that?
Yam.
And which month are we talking about here?
May.
May. 5 points later. The word has 5 letters. The first one is S and the last one is P, standing for something you do when you want to rest during the day or at night.
Sleep.
Sleep, are you sure about that?
Yes.
If you want to rest, you
No.
sleep?
No.
You want to rest, do you sleep?
Yes.
You sleep? How many hours do you sleep in a day, Joshua? At night?
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
Yes.
You're a machine?
No.
Anyway, 5 points, you have the answer to that. Alright, so you're going, Olulade, which question do you want to answer?
3.
Question 3, alright. This is a 4-letter word for a dress. 10 letters O and A at the middle. What are the first and the last letters? This is a 4-letter word for a dress that contains letters O and A at the middle. What are the first and the last letters? Okay, you still have a few seconds. Olulade?
Coat.
Coat. How do you spell coat?
C-O-A-T.
5 points to you. That's the answer. All right, Joshua, back to you. So which question do you want to answer?
Number 12.
Number 12, all right. Okay, Joshua, here is question 12 for you. This is a fruit which has 5 letters in its name. But the first 3 is another word for a matured male adult.
The mature male adult is man.
Okay. So what is the fruit?
The first 3 letters.
Okay, your time is up. We'll give it to Olulade. I said this is a fruit which has 5 letters in its name, in which the first 3 is another word for a matured male adult.
Mango.
What?
Mango.
And then, what's the word for a matured male adult?
Man.
2 points for you. That's the answer.
So we have come to the end of today's show. I hope you enjoyed and picked 1 or 2 things from it. Join us again next week. Until then, my name is Towani Oludemi. Bye for now.